6 years after the financial crisis, we can finally claim that the worst is over and macroeconomic outlook in Central Europe and Western Europe appears good. Western Europe is likely to accelerate growth to close to 2 percentage points by 2015 and 16, whereas Central Europe will remain 1 percentage point ahead, reaching more than 3% by 2015-16. And all this despite the recent Ukrainian crisis, which clearly had a negative impact on economic forecasts.
In the Central European Banking Outlook, we've examined 8 different economies and banking sectors. We've looked at the economic outlook, the balance sheet of the banking sector, loan growth and deposit growth. And we've looked at asset quality, whether or not NPLs have peaked or will peak in the near future. We've looked at the profit and loss statement and forecast that for 3 years. Margins, cost of income, provisioning levels. We then looked at the competitive positioning of the top 10 banks in the sector and examined recent trends. And finally, we've looked at the strategic directions that bank managers will need to take to maximize the opportunity set that they're given, whether that means growing their customer base or maximizing profitability. At this high margin, but also
the banking sector in Central Europe has clearly divided into North, being Poland, Czech Republic and Slovakia, and South. Both group of countries clearly differentiate and differ in terms of loan growth, revenue growth, cost-income ratio, asset quality, and of course, ROE, being profitability.
The profitability of Central Europe should improve substantially over the next few years. It's been on a downward trend, and there's been a north-south divide where the profitability of the northern countries has been relatively stable and should remain so. The profitability of the southern markets has been deteriorating. Many of those countries have been making losses in recent years.
Our research shows that size or critical mass is very important to achieve profitability in Central Europe. Therefore, we believe that M&A activities, which were largely focused in the north, will likely shift to the south, where a pipeline of possible transaction exists and waits.
Well, the strategic directions of banks in the northern markets and the southern markets will differ. The key priority for banks in the south will be their asset quality. In the north, banks will increasingly focus on customer growth. Successful strategies will need to focus on changing customer behavior, utilizing new technology and analytics to optimize channel mix.
6 years after the financial crisis, outlook for the banking sector in Central Europe is positive. In the north, banks will benefit from the accelerated loan growth and hence defend their double-digit profitability. Southern countries are likely to benefit from improved asset quality and, by lifting their profitability, attract more interest of potential buyers and fuel further consolidation.